Horses. What farmers and ranchers have used as equipment, transportation, and companions for millennia. But sometimes you just have to go out with the old and in with the new. The ATV entered the picture in the late 60s to early 70s and has been used as a motorized replacement for former equine jobs. But in the end, which one is really better? Is it a live animal that's been on the job for thousands of years, or did technology finally overcome the use for the horse? All of these questions and more will be answered today on That's a Farm.
Get down off them horses. I don't favor looking up to the likes of you.
Okay, in the thumbnail, I was just trying to be a little bit misleading. Just a little. Telling you that no farmers and ranchers use horses anymore. That's not true. Ranchers, policemen, and the Amish still use horses to this day. But to tell you which one is better, the ATV or the horse, we have to pit their qualities against each other. The qualities we need to compare are power, maneuverability, cost, and practicality. Whoever is better at over two of these four categories is better than the other. But before we move on, I want to let you know that I do not own a horse. So I can't really be the great powerful judge that knows exactly which one is really better than the other. But I have researched thoroughly about this topic and have made my conclusion. So you could take this video with a grain of salt of which is better, the ATV or the horse. Or you can make a religion out of it. I don't really care. Alright, let's go to category number 1, power. Allow me to introduce you to our ATV named Brenda of the Honda Rincon breed. Brenda here is as powerful as 38 horses, coming in at 38 horsepower. Which is not true. 1 horsepower is really not the full power of 1 horse. It gets really complicated with math, and I'm not really good at math, so after a little bit of research, I found out that 1 horse can generate almost 15 horsepower, depending on the breed and condition of the horse, of course. So Brenda here has the power of 2.5 horses, not 38, but still more power and oomph than a horse. So the ATV wins the power category easily. Moving on to maneuverability. We use Brenda to get around the farm every day. We also use her to herd cattle sometimes, but I can tell you for a fact that a horse could do better at both of those things. Kind of. Horses, if properly trained, can herd cattle by themselves with you on their back for the ride. Literally. They also can go places an ATV could never go. Take the man from Snowy River, for example. If you tried to do that with an ATV, it would be a bad day. So they can herd better than an ATV and go more places than an ATV. But to get your horse up and running takes a considerably longer time than just turning a key. You have to tack up a horse, which means putting on a saddle, saddle blanket, girth, bridle, and other things to get the horse ready to ride. While all you have to do with an ATV is just turn it on. But overall, in the context of maneuverability, the horse wins. It can simply go more places and has the natural ability to read cattle behavior, even though ATVs can cover more ground faster with less preparation and maintenance. Now we are at what most people would decide which is better, by the costs. Horses can be anywhere from $500 to $50,000 depending on a variety of factors, like how much it's been trained, its temperament, its breed, its color pattern, and so much more. But even if you got a horse for free that your rich Uncle Dad in Florida bought you, the annual cost to just keep a horse is another story. Depending on how much hay, feed, vet care, shoeing, and even insurance if you want to pay for it, the annual cost to just keep a horse can be thousands of dollars. Plus, if you don't have any tack or riding equipment for your horse, you gotta buy all that too. So getting a horse, varying on how much you put into it, can be a lot of dough and upkeep. But how does it compare to the ATV? Well, it really depends on how much you use it and what brand you bought. We think Honda is the best brand because, well, my dad accidentally didn't put the parking brake on when he set it right next to the side of a hill. It didn't go well. It rolled down the hill and crashed into a tree at the bottom of the hill. And guess what? It still worked. Just like new, the Honda, not this one, but another one, drove like nothing ever happened. It depends on which one you buy, but a new Rubicon, Rincon, or other model of Honda ATV costs around $5,000 to $10,000. But you can get a used ATV for $1,000, depending on the condition. And the annual cost still varies on how much you maintain it, how much fuel you use, and how hard you drive it. Brenda here is what you call the low maintenance type. Yes, you are, girl. Yes, you are. And as long as she doesn't roll down a hill or doesn't break an axle on a rock, the annual cost to keep and run our ATV is around $280 in gas and oil changes for us. But if you want harder numbers on the horses, our neighbors that owned horses gave me some numbers. That their hay and feed costs combined for one horse a year is around $2,400 on a dry lot. Not to mention all the time they spend brushing and caring for them. That's a lot of money. I didn't even add foot trimming to this, which you would do 4 times a year, which comes out to $160. And that's not paying for the shoes or any tack at all. The ATV though, the number I said before, $280, is what we spend on gas and oil changes a year. And that's it. We use this thing every day and that's all we pay. Obviously the ATV wins costs miles ahead of the horse. Now for practicality. This is where it gets complicated. When we think of practicality between the ATV and the horse, we obviously think that the ATV is so much more practical because you don't have to take care of it like it's a live animal. You don't have to take it out for a ride. You don't have to spend any time with it. And you definitely don't have to buy anything extra to ride it. No saddle, bridle, or reins required. But for me, the practicality between these two is particularly undecided. No matter which side you're on, the horse or the ATVs, we all know that horses can be therapeutic in a way. They can actually do things on their own, even save a life from dangers that an ATV would never be able to react to. Horses can be loyal to their owners. They can be companions and something to lean on in a time of need. They can also kick, bite, buck, and kill almost 20 people a year in the US alone.
David, I said don't get behind him. Get out. Get up here in front of him.
But I won't list that right now because I'm trying to be sentimental. Yes, horses are great. But truly, there is a sad part to this comparison. Let's say your ATV dies. You don't really have any remorse for it. You just go out and order another one. It's replaceable. But if your horse dies, you would have to get over that loss. And training another horse to become some kind of replacement can take years. That is the sad reality of keeping a horse. In the end, it will die, leaving you with a broken heart. I would feel the same way if Brenda left me. Don't go anywhere, girl. Not anytime soon, you got that? So, in the name of practicality, and in the name of this channel so that the horse people on YouTube won't unite against me to trample me in the comments section, I name the discrepancy between the ATV and the horse a tie between the two. In the end, the horse and the ATV are so hard to compare. Both are so different and so closely alike all at the same time. I am not a horse person, but in my biasness, I'm trying to keep this as fair as possible. So if you have any thoughts on how I should have done this differently, please tell me in the comments section. If you like this video, please check out some of my others, and I thank you guys for watching so much. That's a far. Whew. The ATV won, in my opinion. Wait, is this thing still on?